Russell T Davies sent me an email and it said, hey Murray, should have asked this before, do you want to write the music for Doctor Who? I don't think I knew what it was going to be at that point, so I treated it just like another show with all of the same kind of approach that I would anything else. It was only later, when it became a sort of massive hit in the first season, that I started to feel, well, I probably should have felt daunted about that.
Bid farewell to the cradle of civilization. Let us mourn her with a traditional ballad.
This stuff goes right over my head.
That's right, yeah.
Good job and all.
The whole series started to be thematically driven, musically, from episode 1. And because that happened in the first series, it just seemed obvious that it would have to happen in the second series. So as soon as Christopher left and David Tennant took over in series 2, he announced himself in the Christmas Invasion and he said, I'm a fighting doctor. So his music became dun 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 dun, you know, and all became very swashbuckling.
Listing favourites, everyone's probably going to say the Doomsday music. And I remember how eloquent Murray was in that, because I was a bit surprised by that actually when I first heard it. As it started, I went, oh, what's he doing? And because I think we'd all expected swelling violins and sadness. He said it's teenage, it's that Rose is a teenage girl, that energy and that beating heart and that determination to reach the Doctor, to find the Doctor, to never give up.
I took the music from when Rose first walked into the TARDIS in episode 1, which was just the moment she first walked into the Doctor's home, and I sort of reset it. I just took Melanie Pappenheim's voice and I just knew I wanted to get that kind of throbbing, sort of hurt sound of quite emotional rock, because I thought that's what Rose would do if she was hurting and ran up to her bedroom and locked herself in her room.
That is what he put into the music instead of your adult violins. It's a heart beating there and there's a voice crying out. It's brilliant.
Nobody ever asked for there to be character themes. It just seemed, as Series 1 was developing, there was a little tune for the Doctor. And then by episode 2 there was a little tune that seemed to be about Rose, and then it seemed like if those two characters were going to have themes, it seemed a shame to leave everybody else out.
Some pills for the special price of £45.
We deliver within 3 working days, registered post.
And then Matt came along and he seemed like really all wobbly and sort of funny and a bit eccentric and sweet, you know, so he became that.
And do you feel pressure sort of every time you take a stab at that theme because it is so iconic?
Yeah, stab is the right word. Yeah, and iconic might also be the right word. I mean, the first time I did it, I admit, I did use the word vandalism because I love that theme and wondered, you know, how it could be improved, and it just felt like it needed a bit of oomph. And I mean, subsequently, it's had a bit more oomph.
I'll just sing it to you once. Da da dum 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 ba dum 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 ba dum da 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 dum.
He said, "For I will steal all the way to be with my lover upon Christmas Day, and I'll run and I'll roam, I'll cover the ground. This Christmas I'll see you, I'll be around."
And we hear Abigail's voice singing purely and beautifully. It sounds like a carol, a brand new lovely one. But not one we've ever heard before, a brand new Christmas carol written especially for Doctor Who.
I got a call from Beth saying, "Have you read the script?" And I said no. And she said, "You know there's a song."
Does he actually get what I mean? It's not singing a carol that already exists.
And I said, "What song?" And she said, "One you've written." And I said, "Oh, that's interesting." And she said, "So if you could get it to us." And then about 3 weeks later, she rang again, a little bit more anxious. And I said, yeah, it's fine, it's for Christmas. And she said, "Well, we're filming it next week."
What is the noise? Explain!
It's me. Sorry, what? It's me, playing the triangle. Okay, I got buried in the mid.
Did you hear that? I thought I could hear the music, but I can't. Can I? There ain't enough time.
Music's funny like that.
So I always call up native New Yorker Halia McGeed. She's done all the singing on Series 7, and that's her standing right behind me. Don't tell anyone we record it, basically, because my philosophy is, so long as it sounds good in the end, it doesn't matter how it was recorded. Sometimes she sings it into the inbuilt microphone of a MacBook Pro, which is about as bad as you can get, and then it goes on television. So she's got a nice voice on her, that young lady.
And there's music. What was music?
Well, team. Who's going to help me hide his guitar?
See, that's what I'm trying to teach you, Missy. You understand the universe, you see it, you grasp it, but you never learn to hear the music. How many seconds? In eternity. Stars. I hope there be stars.
As a composer, I don't have a protective shield against what's happening. It goes right into me, and, you know, sort of empathetic overdrive. I love this show. I mean, it puts you on the rack, and one minute you're flying around London, and the next minute you're on some kind of go-kart in space, and then there's just comes down to two people saying goodbye quite often, and it's tragic and it kills me every time. So yeah, I really live that. So it's a great show to work on.
I let you go.